Welcome to the trading desk. This video, we will be working on the market update and seeing what is ahead of us in the markets and coming up with potential trades and opportunities and setups to take advantage and make money. Okay, let's just get right into it. Before we even open up the market, let me talk about what we have on the docket. So this week, right now, we have holidays in the New Zealand dollar and we have holidays in the Aussie dollar. Okay, let me just see. Let me just make this one bigger. Alrighty. Um, okay, there we go. So in terms of the calendar, we have NZD, we have Aussie bank holidays today. President Trump speaking. Cool. We got JPY tomorrow, BOJ, rate statements, and they're expected to have 0.75%, lower than 0.75%. No change, basically, is the expectation. Quite a lot of news on the docket for the week. We got yen, the BOJ is coming out to speak, and then we got Aussie CPI on Wednesday, and we got CAD on Wednesday as well. US dollar on Thursday, GPY, GBP. Okay, so right here, right now, let's just look at right here, right now. We got JPY for tomorrow, and that's just it. Okay, then let's get right into the analysis here. Looking first at the S&P, it's high basing, price high based, 50 SMA sloping a little up. 13 estimate, EMA is definitely sloping up. And so price is just a bit in a high base right now, and it's just kind of running. This is all-time highs, and we're running. There's a ceasefire in the Iran war and stuff, so everything's cool. The volatility is just trending down on the wicks. And then RSP is a little bit not as strong as SPX. So this tells me it's just the tech sector that's really, you know, carrying a lot of the weight right now. 50 SMA is actually sloping down. It's actually tilting a little bit down. 13 EMA is tilting up. Qs are pushing very strong. 50 SMA sloping up. 13 SMA, I mean EMA sloping up as well. And then diamonds, it's a bit of a similar situation with the RSP here, where it's just kind of flat more so than really aggressively strong. 50 SMA also sloping down. 13 EMA sloping up. And then we got the Russell here, a little bit stronger than the diamonds, but this one is basing here. So again, this kind of pattern is still very healthy. This is like a bullish pattern where it's like, okay, price pushed up, wants to go sideways, and then we get another run up. 50 SMA sloping up, 13 EMA sloping up. And yeah, let's just keep it at that. And then let's look at the actual sectors. What's happening with the sectors here? In terms of sectors, with utilities here, 50 SMA is sloping up. And so this is overall still bullish in terms of trend, but right here, right now, I don't know. And then looking at consumer staples here, consumer staples is a little bit to the high base here. I mean, not the high base. This is a low base here. Price push down, and then price just goes sideways for a while. That's that creates this low base. This is called a low base. And right now, price is at the high, at the supply of this low base. So I do like to be a seller at these levels here to sell into the downside. But then again, the markets are really strong. Uh, but is consumer staples carrying on with that strength? That's the real question, really. And then there's real estate here, which is, let me just close Forex Factory now. So we got real estate, and it is bullish than the other two that we just looked at. And so I think, again, this one's just a little bit more bullish. 50 SMA up, sloping up, and then 13 EMA. Price is basically like gliding with the 13 EMA, so this one's pretty nice. I mean, communication services price has sold off from this high up here. 50 SMA is sloping down. This one doesn't look as healthy in terms of an upwards trend. Industrials completely sideways at the moment. 50 SMA is sloping down. Tech is the strong one. Tech just continues to run and run. So tech is definitely the strong one right now. Materials here is the having the 50 SMA starting to slope down. That's a that's a big difference. And then it is tilting with the 13 EMA prices, like following the 13 EMA. So this is currently having a very high base, basically. It's a push up high base. Energy continues to just be relatively strong in the right here right now. It's just pushing up every single day. 50 SMA is sloping up even though price is below it, but it is still sloping up. And in general, you can say this is a uptrend and then this is just a pullback and price could see higher prices. And yeah, let me just come back and just make sure everything is working fine. Okay, cool. And I just want to make sure if I am even recording this. Oh, yes, it says recording, right? This tab is sharing your screen and it's recording. Okay, that's good. That's all I wanted to see. By the way, come check out the trading desk here. You can come to the general desk here and chat, post your stuff, post what you want. And then financials here, it came to the supplier here and then it's just pushed down from there. 50 SMA sloping down, so you still have to be bearish on this. And then healthcare, it is continuously the weaker one. So we had a low downtrend here, pulls back, and then starts selling off. 50 SMA sloping down, 13 EMA sloping down. Although right now price is coming to this, in a way, demanding area. So selling right here, right now, maybe not the best idea, but then waiting on some pullback price and 13 EMA to kind of come back together a little bit. That could be a better idea to sell with this one. And consumer discretionary looks very good here, actually. Like outside of technology, consumer discretionary looks kind of the better one. So, if anything, I would like to be a buyer of technology. Looks so stretched, but right now it's just so strong. So, I think in the shorter term, a momentum play could be used with technology here to just buy up technology. And then in terms of um, this consumer discretionary as well could be a potential long to the upside. A little bit of buying here could be nice. And then to, yeah, this one could be a potential short here as well with consumer staples at this price in terms of weakness, really. So does financials look quite bearish in terms of those consumer staples versus financials, right? I like financials to the short side here as well. All right. So if that's happening, then, I think I would like to see if we have anything playing in these sectors in terms of actual stocks. So right now I'm on Finviz, and I am looking at the screener here. Give me a market cap of at least, you know what, I'll just do mega here, 100 billion, and then give me prices for maybe at least 90. And then for sectors, I want to see, there's not a lot of stocks in this. There's only 58 to play in this environment. I want to see maybe, let's start with technology. I want to see technology longs. We have 13 here. And in terms of technology, I want to see, actually, let me just see the performance here. What's doing the best and what's doing the worst. AMD is just ripping. It is just doing amazing. ARM. Okay, let's just look at AMD. What's AMD up to? AMD's just had a monster run. I know some traders that are really happy right now because they had some AMD. And so this looks just absolutely amazing with AMD right now, actually. But right here, right now, I don't know if I can justify a buy. It just looks very stretched, to be honest. That's the only issue here. That does not mean it cannot keep going. It is very, very stretched right here, right now. So I would say I'm gonna hold off on maybe the tech sector and what's Nvidia up to? This looks a little bit better, but again, this is like right at its highs. Not that good compared to AMD. So if that's not the case and tech is kind of out of the question at the moment, then I would say, what do I need here? Yeah, I like consumer discretionary here to the upside. That's my next favorite one. In terms of sector here, let me go and look for consumer discretionary. And by the way, guys, right now we're just working on the stock market, stock desk, and very soon we will get into the forex desk and start looking at forex rates. Let's just create some setups here for the stock desk. So we got, it's consumer discretionary. The sectors, which one is that? Consumer, cyclical. There we go. It's only got six. So if I look at performance, what's outperforming right now? We've got, we have got, Mm, Amazon is really, really strong compared to the rest of the market. Amazon's really pushing as well. But I don't mind buying something that's already going up. It could keep going up. Baba even close in terms of yeah, let's just stick with Amazon then. Stick with Amazon here. Let me see what it looks chart. Amazon. Yep. Very bullish. Very, very bullish. But this high base here, break out to the upside. Very, very bullish. I think I could make an attempt at this though. Potentially could make an attempt at it. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Amazon, and that's what I'll look at in terms of a trade. For right now, this is the one trade I will look at for right now, Amazon, and we'll execute this in the New York session. Probably in terms of setup, I want to see maybe just in the next couple of days, to be honest. Not too long, maybe 2, 3 days of price just going a little higher. So maybe, yeah, just a little bit of price going higher, and that's about it. That's what I'll look at. If I go to option strat here and see what options are possible, I'm just doing a long call basic with Amazon. Then a long call from current price of 264 basically. Maybe a long call of 260 maybe. And there is literally every week's almost every day basically options. And so for that, I think it's April. With calls, I want to give them more time, and I don't expect to hold this for too long. So May 29 does seem good enough. I just want to hold it for a few days. And then price just needs to go a little higher. It needs to go higher in a couple of days. It doesn't make a lot of sense here to do this. What if I change the build to a debit call spread here? Yeah, again, it doesn't really pay too much in the coming few days. Yeah, I'm looking at the options chain right now here. But yeah, Amazon could be a potential target here. This is something that can be done looking at Amazon. And yeah, let's just stick with this for now and then build stuff. So now let's just get into the Forex trading side of things. What's happening in Forex? NZD is pushing up. It's inside this range here right now, not going bouncing off the lows, selling off the highs. Overall, still downtrend, with the SMA trending down. Aussie is continuously strong. It is showing a lot of strength right now. So I like Aussie to the upside, with the SMA trending up, 13 EMA trending up. It's high basing up here, and then now it's breaking at these highs. So I like Aussie a lot to the upside. CAD to the downside seems very interesting. If we just clear this, there is a sort of, let's call it just a high up here, and then there's in a way, CAD seems to be in a range right now. This is the range here. And right here, right now, it is still trending up. We have to give it a up direction bias in terms of trend because the 50 SMA is sloping up, 13 EMA is sloping up as well. Price is still set up from this higher region, but overall it's up. I don't know quite sure if like what to do with CAD right here, right now. Let's look at the other options and see. Bitcoin continues to push. I like cryptos a lot to the now. This looks just amazing, to be honest, to the upside. I like cryptos a lot to the upside. And then looking at yen, yen continues to sell. I like this pullback. This just kind of did a base. I mean, it did a pullback as a rejection. Now it's like trying to sell off some more. So yen shorts look very decent here. Again, there is wise news tomorrow, and so can price push lower down, or is there something at play here? That's something to watch for. Dollar is pushing down right now, but there is this demand area and 50 SMA is sloping up. So right here, right now, I don't quite know if dollar is the best move to play here. Short term though, 13 EMA is sloping down, so price is pushing lower. So that's something to look at. Where in the shorter term, price is still down, but big picture, price is still trending up. Swiss franc is starting to show a little bit of a trend, but again, it is so sideways and inside this base that it doesn't really matter. Overall, it is more down than up. If the SMA sloping down, 13 EMA sloping down, price a little extended away from it. Price can definitely come back up here, spike and stuff. In terms of euro, overall price is at the moment in the shorter term sloping down. 13 EMA is sloping down, and then price is below it. I think it's not above yet. If the SMA is sideways, overall, this is more like a sideways pattern than anything. So at the moment, price seems we could be at the low of this channel here. There could be some sort of a demand here, and it could push for higher prices. And then pound, definitely the stronger candidate here. I do like pound to the upside. Pound looks good here. Pound and Aussie are good. I think Aussie is just a little bit better. And then the obvious short for me is yen and then Bitcoin as well. Cryptos are a buy. So if we just quickly glance through oil here, oil just had this run. Iran war is over, everything sells off. There's a bounce from the 50. Prices are still pretty high at 95 right now. And yeah, that's just what's happening with oil right now. In terms of gold, gold is now chilling out. There's no more crazy movement anymore. Now it's more of a chill process, and it's just kind of sideways at the moment. No real trend really, but overall trend is down. Short-term price is down, so maybe more likely to see lower prices. Silver, similar story. I'm not going to go through all these, but that's just what's going on. So in terms of actual setups, now that we're done with the analysis here, I like Bitcoin quite a bit to the upside, even at these prices. I think Bitcoin can do really well here in terms of Ethereum. Which one's better? Yeah, Bitcoin's definitely better. I like Bitcoin here. Bitcoin looks great to the upside. Um, and maybe, yeah, a setup here, stop loss down here or something could be pretty nice. And then coming into Forex, since in terms of Forex, since there was uh, there has been what we had Aussie and we had pound, which is the stronger one. So I wanna see pound Aussie and just see what pound Aussie's up to. Overall, pound Aussie is down. So in this sense, technically speaking, you know, there's more downside here with pound. So Aussie is definitely the stronger one. Then I would like to just look at Aussie yen. Aussie yen right on the open has opened up quite strong. We have high base happening here. The 8 hour is showing bullishness here. Again, this there's just this high base going on. This whole area base. We gapped down today, gapped up. I mean, gapped down, and then we've pushed up since then. And then what's happening on the 4 hour? Price is right back above at these highs. Ideally, I think that prices can push higher and even potentially break out of this high up here, which is what's needed. And in terms of actually doing that, this would be there would be needing of some watching. I wanna see price maybe come lower. If price can come a little bit lower and maybe come here, retest this 13 EMA again. If not, price does look really good here too. In terms of this, I wanna see the break to the upside, and so I would say, honestly, even if price is coming here, it can definitely have a break, and that will be something to watch. So I'll put that. I'm watching this. I mean, this looks really good to the upside, so that's something I'm watching for. And yeah, that's about it for today. This is what we have. We have Aussie yen to the upside. We have Amazon to the upside. We have Bitcoin to the upside. These are potential trades that we're looking at right now, and that's about it. And I'll catch you on the next one. Click the link below and join the trading desk if you're not already in it. All these tapes and trades and everything is released in here every single day. So you want to be part of a very professional trading desk, this is it. All right. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.